12 designer fragrances, one for each month. This was actually way harder than I thought it was ever going to be. So without further ado, let's jump right into this one. Yo, what's up guys, Tim here, welcome back to another video, and today we have 12 designer fragrances, one for each month. So what does that mean? It means exactly how you heard it. So I have 12 designer fragrances right here, and each one of the fragrances represents 1 month. That means for that month, I can only wear that one particular fragrance. But the moment I actually tried to make this list, I came across a whole bunch of problems. So problem number one is that a lot of the fragrances that I love, some of my most favorite fragrances ever, are not in this list. Simply because I love them, but to wear them for 30 days straight, that takes a special fragrance. Not every fragrance can do that. Not even your all-time favorites sometimes can do that, because you might not want to wear it 2-3 weeks in a row. You know what I mean? So this list has gone in the direction that surprised even me. There are fragrances in this list that I would never thought in a million years would make a list like this one. So with that long explanation out of the way, I challenge all of you guys to leave a comment down below of your 12 pick. Yeah, one for each month for yourself. Leave a comment down below. I'll leave a template down in my comment. You can copy and paste that template, fill in the blanks. I really want to know what you guys' picks are, and be completely honest, would you like to wear those fragrances for 30 days straight? So I'm gonna start off a little bit differently. I'm not gonna start off at January like a lot of people. I'm gonna start off actually in June, which is the beginning of summer, which is the season that we're in right now. I'm gonna begin in June because it just feels right now. A lot of fragrances that I'm gonna talk about from June, July, August are fragrances that I've talked about very recently, and I wanna get those out of the way first. So starting off from June, my pick is YSL Live. So this wasn't really a super hard pick. I mean, when it gets really hot here in Vegas, I want to wear something that's uber refreshing, uber masculine, uber mass appealing. It's just that fresh shower gel compliment getting vibe. It's exactly what I look for in the beginning of summer. Summer is typically the time where I start to see more people than I do in the winter time. So being that I'm gonna be around crowds again, I'm gonna pick a fragrance that is more mass appealing, more refreshing, just to welcome the sun. And that fragrance is Live. Juniper, ginger, bergamot, and sage. Some of the notes is in here. You guys can already see from the notes how refreshing, how bright, how invigorating this must feel. And you'd be right. It's just bright, it's mass appealing, it's shower gel, like I said. It leans in that territory of Sauvage, but really not quite there. Not as much as Dylan Blue or Luna Rosa Carbon or Aqua Atlantique. It's not that kind of Sauvage scent, but it does kind of have that blue shower gelish DNA. This is actually one of my most favorite blue style fragrance right now. It smells more modern than some of those other ones I just mentioned. Younger and more refreshing than some of those ones as well. So for June, it's Live. Moving on to July, which was last month. This is the fragrance that I actually wore the most last month. That's why this, again, was not a super hard pick. This one is Versace Pour Homme, or Versace Signature here. Lemon, bergamot, neroli, and tonka bean. Some of the notes that's in here. It's, again, a really nice, refreshing, kind of cooling fragrance. This one, even more refreshing than the earlier one, Live, because July is the hottest month. Well, July, August are the hottest month of Las Vegas, and for that, even Live can come across a bit too cloying for 110 degrees. This is one that I found consistently to be the most enjoyable in the super high heat for me. Extremely versatile as well. I can wear this in any situation, and I can pull quite good compliments from this if I'm ever around a lot of people. So yeah, Versace Pour Homme, great choice for summertime, and my pick for July. Moving on to August, the month that we're in right now, and the fragrance I've been craving to wear this month is this guy right here, Bvlgari's Aqua Amara. Mandarin, watery notes, neroli, and olive banum is some of the notes in here. This one is so strong. You don't really get the neroli that's in here so much. You get a lot of that mandarin, and the watery nose, I want to change that to sea nose because it's so strong, so brutal, so aggressively aquatic, mixed with that kind of dry citrus feel. Really strong fragrance, and it's one that in the sun works really well. This is one that I see being more of a late summer scent. That's why I put it in August. Right now it's extremely hot, but later on in August, maybe towards the end of it, is where I'm gonna be pulling this one out a lot more. It's my favorite citrus fragrance of all time in the designer realm. And that's saying a lot. I own a lot of fragrances. So yeah, if you guys have not checked this one out yet, it is a beast, performs really well, mass appealing, and overall extremely unique for a designer fragrance. And the price right now, it's not too high, I think. Last I checked, it's like $40, $50. So not too high for this one right now. I mean, it used to be like $20, $30, but good luck finding it at that price now. Moving right along, we have September. It starts to cool down a little bit. Not too cool yet. There's still some sun. There's still some hotness here in Vegas for that. So the fragrance I picked is a perfect combination of fresh, spicy, and also a little bit of dark masculine vibe all at the same time. This one is Prada L'Homme Absolute. This one, iris, cardamom, geranium, and mandarin. Just judging off those 3 notes, man, if you know geranium, you're gonna know that it gives off a really nice kind of dry, minty-ish vibe, alongside the cardamom, which is already a dry, kind of fresh, invigorating, cooling spice, mixed with an iris. Now the iris that's in here is not at all a thick iris. It's a Prada L'Homme iris, meaning that it comes across more clean, more dry. It's not as thick and floral like the Dior Homme ones. This is a really dry, nice, professional iris. The combination of all those creates this really nice, dry, aromatic, fresh, spicy, masculine, dark. It just has all the nuances I want in a fall type fragrance. And especially with that uber freshness, it works well late summer as well. So that's why in September, this is my pick. And this is, if you guys do not know, my second favorite designer fragrance of all time right now. This is my second signature scent. My first signature scent is on this video as well. I'll reveal that later. But this is my second most favorite designer fragrance to wear for myself, of course. It's just, it works for me. It works with my personality. My girlfriend absolutely loves this one. It's actually one of her favorites. So yeah, September, 30 days wear of Prada L'Homme Absolute would make me very happy. Moving on, we have October. Now, as it gets to the cooler months, I find that this challenge becomes harder and harder and harder because I own a lot of fragrances, designers, niche, indie, and for wintertime, I tend to enjoy a lot more my niche fragrances than I do designers. So this was really hard starting from this point on. So October, I went through a lot of my winter fragrances, man, and there are a lot of them that I love, but to wear them for 30 days is tough. So I landed finally on this one, the one that I never would have thought would make this list. So for October, I choose Pure Wood by Mugler. Now this is technically discontinued, but you can still find it somewhere on eBay if you're lucky. Now you guys might be wondering, Timmy, why do you put discontinued fragrances on here? Well, this is my list. This is what I would actually wear if I can only pick 12. So I'm sorry there's a discontinued one in here. But so yeah, back to Pure Wood. This one has oak, vanilla, patchouli, and coffee. So this comes across like a really nice, almost like a dusty, woody, almost like a wood shaving kind of dusty, woody with a little bit of sweetness. The coffee in here is really subtle. Patchouli gives a little bit of darkness, but it's never a rich type patchouli. This is again a really dusty type woody fragrance. Really phenomenal fall signature fragrance. It's one that I kick myself every time I smell this because I should have gotten a hold of this bottle sooner. I smelled this the first time years ago and I remember really liking it. And at the time I found it at like Ross for like $30, $40, but at the time I wasn't that into fragrances enough to collect so many bottles, and I kick myself to this day for not grabbing it right then and there. So I finally have a bottle of this after years, and I love everything about this fragrance, from the scent to how it comes across, the personality, the character, the amount of compliments I've gotten off of this one. Everything in this scent just works. It's unique as well. It really just has it all for the fall time, man. So October for sure, I'm wearing Pure Wood. So November, fall time is coming to an end, winter time is coming, so the weather is starting to get really cool now, but still not icy cool. So the fragrance I picked for this one is actually one of my most favorite fragrances of all time. It's been in my collection for a long time now, since I think 2016. So it's been in my collection for like 4 years, and I wore it a lot to college, house parties. It's just during the golden era of compliments for me, this was there. And this one is Armani code Profumo, man. This one, gosh, it's just so gorgeous. Tonka bean, amber, that's all you need to know about this fragrance, man. That's all you're really gonna smell. It's really sweet. The amber in here comes across kind of like root beer-ish. The amber in here, the tonka bean come across like Coca-Cola or root beer. Very attractive. It's sweet, it has that dark kind of masculine code DNA in the background. It is just gorgeous. And I was picking between this and the Absolute for this video, but to wear it for 30 days straight, man, it has to be something that I absolutely 1000% love and have worn that many times in the past. And this is my trusted steed in a way, my tried and true winter fragrance, Armani PROFUMO. 30 days of this in November is gonna be a killer. I really cannot wait to wear this actually when it gets cooler. So yeah, Armani PROFUMO, Compliment Monster, Performance Beast. You guys all know this one. No need for me to hype this one up anymore. Now we move on to December, and December and January are by far the hardest choices I have ever had to make, because normally in December and January, I'm pulling out the niche, man. I'm pulling out the heavy gourmand fragrances, the heavy rose, oud, whatever fragrances I have in the back. Designer takes a really deep back seat when it comes to December and January. Sure, I pull them out every now and then, but to think about wearing a designer fragrance for 30 days in a row while I have so many niche fragrances that I'd rather wear, that was the tough decision I had to make. Now, I landed on this fragrance. This is another really hard to find one, but it's so gorgeous that I had to put it in here. While I was making this list, I grabbed the bottle, I smelled it off the cap, and I was like, yeah, this is it. This is December. This is a fragrance to end the year. And this one is L'Odyssée Pour Noir Ombre. Amber, saffron, leather, and vanilla. Gosh, it's so smooth, man. The amber in here and the vanilla, the leather, it comes across like translucent, you know? It doesn't come across like your regular fragrance smell or your regular oily kind of thing. It comes across translucent. It's like you're looking through a waterfall of syrupy amber. Just imagine that alongside some vanilla sweetness, topped off with hints of spices from saffron. This one is just to die for, literally just to die for. One of my most favorite smell, period. And for winter, December time, holiday time, that warm, rich spiciness, that holiday happiness, man, Noir Ombre just can't beat this vibe, man. If you find this bottle anywhere, just grab it, man. Just grab it. Now, moving on to the beginning of the year now. Christmas is over, New Year is over. We're starting off the new year with a bang, and this is one of the newest fragrances in my collection. And my God, if you watched the first impression of me smelling this, you guys know how wow I was with this fragrance, and I'm still wow every time I smell it. And this one is Zadig and Voltaire. This is HIM. Incense, vanilla, sandalwood, and black pepper. This one is masculine, it's dark, it's sweet, slightly bit dry, it's very captivating. That black pepper comes across really strongly alongside the kind of light incensey vibe. It's not a super smoky incense, it's kind of like a pure incensey smell. The sweet creaminess is coming from the vanilla mixed with the sandalwood, and man, is this a masterpiece. And this is $40, man, $40. It can be in the cheapy territory for a lot of you, and it smells of super high quality stuff. This thing is amazing, and I cannot think of a better fragrance to open the year than with this one. Masculine, strong, sweet, make a statement, romantic, own the room. It has it all, man. This is HIM by Zadig and Voltaire, my January scent to begin the year. Now we're gonna move on to February, and February is still cold, still rather cold, but towards the end of February it starts to get a little bit warmer. I'm gonna go with a fragrance that I've been obsessed with since March, and this is one that I actually made a review for, and I don't typically make review of fragrances, you guys know this. I need to really love the scent for me to make a review of it, and this one is Hugo Boss Bottled Intense. Oh my God. Do I even need to tell you guys the note for this one? I really don't need to. Man, apple, cinnamon, cardamom, clove, and tonka bean. So that's just some of the notes that's in here. It is just, man, it's sexy, it's romantic, it's sensual. It's warm. I go crazy for this scent, man. It's so intoxicating. I just can't stop smelling it. I need to put this down like right now, or else I'm gonna be smelling it throughout this whole entire video. I'll be craving it throughout this whole entire video. So yeah, just know that Hugo Boss Bottled Intense is an oldie, but still a phenomenal pick in this modern time. So yeah, February, Hugo Boss Bottled Intense. Moving on to March now, spring is here. It's the perfect time to pull out a light tonka bean fragrance, and this is my #1 most favorite fragrance designer-wise of all time. This is my #1 signature scent. If you wonder what Imagine Scent smells like most of the time if he gets to wear what he likes to wear, This is the thing that I smell like, all right? This is Allure Homme Sport EAU Extreme. Tonka bean and mint. That's all you really need to know about this fragrance. It has the sweet tonka bean vibe. The tonka bean in here, it's not at all powdery or it's not at all too much. It's the right level of tonka bean, just gives that little bit of that effervescent sweetness. There's musk in here as well, which helps with a little bit of that longevity, a little bit of that cloudy type feeling. But what really makes this fragrance a banger is the mint. The mint adds just the right amount of freshness for it to work in the springtime and for it to set itself apart from other tonka bean fragrances on the market. Allure Homme Sport EAU Extreme. I talked till the end of the earth about this fragrance on my channel already. If you guys have not tried this one yet, you guys really should. It's my #1 for a reason. I'm not gonna spoil a lot of things about this fragrance for you guys, but it does everything, man. It's versatile, it's mass appealing, it's attractive. It's everything you want in a designer fragrance packed into one, basically. Actually, you can even wear this year round. So yeah, March, Allure Homme Sport EAU Extreme. Moving on to April, we're kind of in the heart of spring, and this was a really kind of hard choice, and again, not so hard choice at the same time. It was weird because I initially didn't know what to put here, but when I saw this bottle at the corner of my eye, I was like, this is it. Man, this one just works for the springtime. This one is Narciso Rodriguez for HIM EDT. Now, this is my creative fix. After wearing fragrances that are more geared towards mass appeal or more geared towards versatility, easier to wear, this is my fix. This is my creative fix, man. This one has violet, musk, amber, and patchouli. This one smells like wet pavement, or if you watch my previous video, the rain video, it smells like the rain. The musk in here, like I said in the last video, really recreates that kind of humidity feeling that the rain gives, alongside that uber freshness at the top, which really recreates that cooling aspect of the rain. This one fits springtime like no other fragrances fit springtime. So yeah, Narciso Rodriguez for HIM EDT, my choice for April. And again, should go without saying, super unique. All right, lastly on this list is May. Yeah, May. And this is the most surprising pick of the list. That's why I wanted to do June first, because the later picks are more surprising than the summer picks. So yeah, in May is towards the later end of spring, so it gets a little bit hotter, so I'm looking for a little bit more freshness now, but I still look for that greenish kind of spring vibe still, that rejuvenating, invigorating spring vibe. And this fragrance is phenomenal, man. I discovered this really recently. Well, you guys probably all know about it already, but for me, I just started spending time with it very recently. And I love it, man, I love it. One of the best lavender scent on the market, and this one is Bvlgari by Tom Ford. Now, some of you guys might think this is niche, but hey, it's in the signature collection now. Different bottle, is no longer a private blend, so it's designer, all right? So yeah, lavender bomb, man. Lavender, rosemary, patchouli, and amber. This one gives off a really nice barbershop-y kind of feel with that really aromatic lavender, the cleanness that's in here. There's also oak moss in here as well, which gives a little bit of that kind of dry green vibe, dry, dusty green at the bottom. It smells fantastic, super refreshing. There's a lot of freshness at the top as well that's coming from the geranium that gives it a little bit of that minty vibe. It really takes a barbershop DNA, like a Sarah Perome type barbershop DNA, and modernized it completely. This is one that I really enjoy wearing, because normally barbershop fragrances are tough for me because they smell very dated and old school. This one though, extremely modern. I would say anyone can wear this if they really give it the time. So yeah, in May, no brainer, something refreshing, something invigorating, rejuvenating, a good mix of spring greenness with summer freshness. Bvlgari by Tom Ford. All right guys, that's it for this video today. Thank you so much for watching, and I think I'm supposed to tag like a couple people, but at this point I think I'm the last person to do this video. I don't know whoever else out there hasn't done this video yet, so I'm just gonna tag my friend, yeah, Manny at Cascade Scents. You are tagged, sir, to do this one. And Big Beard, how about Big Beard? I have no clue if you've done this video yet. If you've done one already, I'm sorry. But yeah, Big Beard, you're a tag. Manny, you're a tag. And yeah, that's it. And with that being said, guys, don't forget to leave your picks down in the comment section below. Subscribe if you haven't done so. If you made it this far, might as well. And with that being said, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace. Bye.